I was disappointed knowing that the ending was not really a happy ending. I just didn't like the ending of the book. The box set of the Hunger Games series. This is The Darkest Mind, and you can see how some of those are so shiny. This will be the last video for our hauling. Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna be raining lots of secondhand and brand new books. I did separated this from the other books that I got because these are the books that are very close to my heart as someone who is studying as an English major, and one of the many subjects that I am having in my course are about literature, specifically classic literatures. I'm going to be building my own bookshelves. There has to be classic books because classic books are the most essential things that I have to read as I am in the English major. Yes, I was able to read some of the books, and you know it because I am reading Gulliver's Travel. Let me just first say that these books are from Shopee and at the same time Facebook pages, trusted Facebook pages. I'm going to be showing you this Sherlock Holmes Volume 1. At least I already got the second book, and now I have the Volume 1. Well, actually I wasn't able to buy this for a less price because it costs 300 plus. Yes, but for the sake of completing the book, I bought this. I have here Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I got this book from Books and Mags for 39 pesos only. And one thing that made me want to buy this is the what do you call this? The annotations from the first hand reader of the book. I'm just so happy because reader was like putting all his or her thoughts on the book itself, and it's so nice. See, I love artifacts. It's like she's talking to herself on the book, isn't it? But I'm not the kind of person who would write something on my book, but this is an exception. Or I also want to know the idea of the past reader, so I'm just lucky to have this book for 39 pesos. So we have here Gustave Flaubert's Madame Bovary. Okay, I'm not sure about the plot, but I bought this maybe because one thing is for sure, at the end of our subject in the literary criticism, we're gonna be reading a book and we will be doing a book review. So it's one good thing. I can have a shelf wherein I can choose from those books. So, The Call of the Wild from Jack London. I knew Jack London from a book from grade 10, from a grade 10 textbook, which was about on putting fire. I am not sure about it again, but the plot goes like there was this man in the Arctic. I don't know, this man in a freezing cold place, and he had to survive because he had to go to his friend's place where foods and celebrations are in. But along his journey, he had to face some problems in the cold and in the wilderness. They are cult classic because they touched people's lives, and they try to reflect on the society, on how we can view the world. It takes a lot of author's courage and wit and wisdom to be able to come up with a classic book like this. I have here a book, A Little Princess, yes, in a 10-page. I remember being able to watch the movie about Sarah. Yes, Sarah ang patata at saka si Miss Minchin. So this is it. A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. I really want to buy the other one, but I prefer to not buy the Collins Classic. I also want to buy the Bantam Classics, but Unfortunately, I haven't been able to come across with the same book. Yes, because if I'm gonna buy the other book from Mark Twain, it should be the same book. Charles Dickens' Great Expectation, just because it's from Charles Dickens, and despite the fact that I don't know the plot, I bought it because it's a classic. Shakespeare from Macbeth. This is for 20 pesos only because it's for sale, despite the fact that it looks like this. And you know how I love 10 pages? I bought this for 20 pesos only. Look at that. It shows the sign of time, of survival, and conflicts, and courageous life and journey. You know what I mean? Thomas Hardy, The Woodlanders. I haven't heard about Thomas Hardy, but because I bought this from a bookshop. It's called Book is Self Facebook page. And I haven't come across with this author yet from my literature classes. But I have here one which is called the Collins Classic. Some of the books are brand new and some of the books are 10 pages, which means they are second-hand books. And some books I got for 150 and some are for 50 pesos only. Charles Darwin, The Origin of Species. This is where you can read the evolution of human beings and the species at the same time, where it says that people came from apes. The theory of evolution. But I'm trying to read it, but because of its scientific terms, I just want to slump it down. Just want to put it down and just read other books. But you know, it's one of the most controversial book because it tries to question the existence of God. It's William Shakespeare. I got this for 100 pesos only because there's a mild conflict, a mild problem. I call it a mild problem because I don't really care as long as it's readable. Okay, so we have William Shakespeare's Henry VI, Part 1 and Part 2. Alice Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. I know that you know that there's a movie about this, but I'll definitely there's a different case here as you read the book. Maybe I can do it in just one reading, but if I want to come up with a substantial reading, I really have to look for annotated books because I also want to understand the representations and the understanding about this. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. I don't know anything about the book. Jane Austen's Emma. Feminists at its finest. We also have Charlotte Bronte, Jane Eyre, who is the sister of Emily Bronte, who wrote The Wuthering Heights. Imagine having a sister, being a sibling of writers. Although I don't know the plot of these books, but if you also want to buy their books, you might want to buy them. The other book of Charles Dickens, Oliver Twist. Okay, so thank you very much for viewing my videos. If you liked this video and you want to watch more of the consumerist content vlogs like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure to click the notification bell to be notified for the next upload that I'm going to be uploading. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Dwayne Random and this is DwayneLit.